Some big news coming in. We have got details as to why last night, sensationally, NTA's Director General Subodh Singh had been sacked at this point. My colleague Tejshri has got us the inside track from the government report which led to his ouster. Apparently, these were the reasons. Number one, the NTA under Subodh Singh was not cooperating with the investigating agencies. Number two, the NTA was not providing the probe team which had been set up by Dharmendra Pradhan with requisite information despite being asked several times. Point number three, that there was enough evidences of alleged corruption found while finalizing the exam centers, and in many of the exam centers, only one CCTV camera was functional against the requisite of two. More details coming in. Several irregularities and negligence was found in the examination centers as well as the presence of solver gangs at several parts. Let me go across to my colleague Tejshri is joining us. Tejshri, these are just some of the details you've given us from going through that report that was filed, an internal report that was filed after the Education Minister's decision. And these are the reasons why it seems yesterday it was decided that Subodh Kumar, the DG of NTA, just had to leave.
Well, certainly this is an internal report that we have managed to access, and this particular report highlights as to what was the negligence on the behalf of from the side of NTA, and in fact, it highlights the very important point that NTA was not cooperating in the investigation, and NTA was also not providing the requisite documents like an OMR sheet and the papers that were asked by the agencies. Apart from that, the CCTV cameras that were to be two CCTV cameras in each and every examination center are mandatory. They were also not in several centers, and apart from that, they also found out that the problem solver gang was also active in several areas, and we have seen that the arrests were also made from the problem solver gang, say it be the case of Bihar or say it be the case of National Capital, where FIR was filed on May 5 as well. And apart from that, they have also mentioned in this internal report that students on ground feel that the exam should be reconducted. But you see, as of now, the ministry and the NTA is not in mood to conduct the examination again. But yes, they are taking all steps so as to secure the future of the student, is what the education minister has been saying. But this particular report is very much important because this certainly highlights that why NTA DG Subodh Kumar Singh must have been sacked. There are these important, crucial findings that highlighted the reason for his sacking. Back to you.
So those were some of the details that were coming in as to why the NTA boss was sacked, and these are details, of course, coming in courtesy Tejshri getting an inside track into the internal MHRD report which led to Subodh Kumar Singh being sacked. Tejshri, do stay on with us because that's just one dimension of all the developments that have come in today. And this was, of course, we are summing up on our screens the reasons why the NTA boss was sacked, some of those details coming in at this point. But Tejshri, of course, the other big story which we are coming in at this point is also the fact that the CBI has formally begun its investigation by filing an FIR in connection with alleged irregularities in the NEET UG exam. This comes hours after the Education Ministry asked the probe agency to comprehensively investigate the discrepancy in the matter. Sources have also told us that the CBI is likely to send two teams to Bihar and Gujarat to investigate the discrepancies that have been looked at by the cops. If given permission by the state government, the CBI may even take over the cases. Meanwhile, Bihar's Economic Offences Unit has also submitted a report to the central government saying that on the basis of evidence gathered, there is clear proof of a paper leak in the NEET UG examination. On the other hand, 19 people have been arrested in the NEET UG examination paper leak probe, with 6 individuals being arrested from Jharkhand by the EOU on the 22nd of June. Meanwhile, today's NEET PG exam entrance examination was also cancelled just hours before the scheduled time, which was slated for today.
The main reason we came here is because of one reason, that 23,33,000 students are feeling that they are not getting the proper justice from the government of India, from the NTA, and we are here to demand the NEET exam, because already Supreme Court has said if there is a 0.01% unethical practices have been done during the procedure of the exam, we are gonna give justice to all the students. You know, the EOU of Bihar, NS Sahab, has clearly said that the investigation we are going through is suggestive of paper leak. So now I am going to talk to the Minister of Education, Dharmendra Pradhan ji, that now it is sure that the malpractices have been done.
More news coming in with regards to the CBI probing the irregularities in the NEET exam. Sources have told Mirror Now that the government has asked the CBI to probe the role of public servants into the leaks and into the conduct of the exams. And the role of these bureaucrats is to be specifically focused on by the CBI. Let me go across. Remember, the CBI officials are in Patna and Godhra to probe this case. Let me go across to my colleague Tejshri for more details. Tejshri, this is significant here. The government suspecting that there might have been some bureaucrats or babus who were responsible for allowing the paper leaks to happen and for allowing the scam to continue.
Well, there is a probability that now radar will be on others as well, apart from NTADB, several other people will be on radar. Certainly, it is not possible just by the involvement of one person, but several others must be involved in this particular case. So that is why these other authorities will also be questioned. And remember that now this case is not only linked to Bihar, but also from Jharkhand to other states as well. So interconnection of the states has been found in this particular case, because the kind of evidences that are emerging of the kind of report that Bihar UU has submitted, that is also clearly showing the involvement of, apart from the Bihar, Jharkhand authorities could also be on radar for this alleged paper leak.
All right, Tejshri, thanks a lot for joining us with those details on both those developments coming in on the NEET scam. Let's switch our focus to the big political news that we have been tracking. A day before the first session of the 18th Lok Sabha, the NDA government and the India bloc are sparring over the issue of pro tem speaker. The Congress party has targeted the ruling government for not following the largely established convention of appointing the senior-most member of parliament to the post. In fact, the Congress party has alleged that BJP's bias against 8-term Congress MP K. Suresh is because he belongs to an underprivileged community.
Mr. Kiran Rijiju, as the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, starts with a mistake. Pro term Speaker is usually the senior-most member, and this time Mr. Kodikunal Suresh from Kerala, who is an 8-time MP and a scheduled caste MP, is superseded by the BJP candidate, Mr. Mehta. Why seniority and merit being overlooked? Because he is a Dalit? Because he is an 8-time MP? Because he is a Congress MP?
Ever since this government is there, opposition is not being consulted. Before this, Deputy Speaker used to from the opposition party. So, but this government doesn't believe in democracy, and particularly the Prime Minister is a dictator, and his dictatorial attitudes remains in third tenure also. I don't find that there is any flexibility, and he is ready to do the things in democratic manner.